Hi guys, how are you all? Happy Sunday. So, firstly, I'm filming on my new camera today, which is an Olympus pen, and the screen goes down. And I haven't got the extension bit on my tripod yet to like balance it. Well, put it on properly. So it is balancing right now on my tripod. I'm like, it's a risk, but I'm taking it. And sorry if I keep like moving, looking up and down or anything, because the screen's there and I should be looking there. I've not used this camera yet, so I'm really excited to use it, so hopefully the quality will be good. And right now I feel like I'm really close, but we're just going to go with it. Right, so I posted a picture on Instagram last week of a soft bronze kind of smoky eye, and you guys went crazy for it and asked me to record a video, so ta-da! That's what I'm doing. This is great for, sorry, my voice by the way is still a bit dodgy from my chest infection I had. This is a great look for so many occasions. For a night out, but also for a wedding. If you're a wedding guest, if you're the bride, or if you're going to prom, any of those kind of things, it's a really, really lovely look. Now, when I originally recorded this look, I used the Charlotte Tilbury Dolce Vita palette, and I can't bloody find it anywhere now. I have turned my room upside down, which is not hard because it's an absolute mess anyway. So that's probably why I can't find it. So I'm going to use some other stuff, but you can use any kind of bronze eyeshadow palette that you want. So I think this video is going to be quite long, but let's just crack on with it, and hopefully you guys are going to really love it. Oh, something else I'm going to be doing is using the new Benefit Hello Happy foundation, which is great. This is my shade, which is shade number 4. So I'm going to start with brows, because I always start with brows, because I feel like it really balances the whole complexion. I'm going to be using this, which is Benefit's Precisely My Brow Pencil. You know it's my absolute favourite brow product. Okay, the autofocus seems quite good on this. I'll probably look back and it'll all be blurry, but fingers crossed. So I'm just going to brush through the brows and then just fill them in with these little hair-like strokes, like so. I was just filming doing a masterclass with Loretta, who's on my team recently, and she was saying that she always starts by filling in the problem area of the brow first, which makes complete sense, and without even realising I do that too. So if you've got any gaps, or you want them to be thicker in a certain place, start there and then do the front last, because the front should always be soft and feathered. And I constantly go back to that blender just to blend through to give that beautiful soft finish. Then I'm going to use some of the 24-hour brow setter just to kind of literally set them in place, which is exactly what it does. It's just a clear gel if you haven't used this before. Just brush it through and then they won't move, because I always get those like hanging down brows. You know what I mean, if you get them. And you don't want that, particularly if you're at a wedding or prom when you've got loads of amazing photos being taken. There's nothing worse than a hanging down brow. I don't know if I had to do that in that accent, but you know, it's me. So now onto the eyes. I'm going to do the eyes first because I'm using some darker eyeshadows, so I always feel that like do the eyes first, because if it drops underneath then you can like just wipe it away without ruining your base. I'm using to start with a bit of eye primer, and this is by Benefit 2, and it is the Stay Don't Stray eye primer. I'm just going to do that on the eyes and also under the eyes like this, like I'm wearing a pair of glasses. Take my beauty blender and just blend that in. This is a really great way to make sure that your makeup stays in place, that it doesn't crease throughout the day, and that you're getting the full colour pigment of the eyeshadow, so the full payoff. And if you don't have an eye primer specifically for that, you can just use your concealer or even your foundation. It's not a big deal. What is this? Oh my god, I feel like it's a bite. That was not there like an hour ago. Oh well. Oh, how bad has hay fever been, by the way? It has been so bad. I feel like I haven't even got a chest infection anymore, and my voice sounding like this is because of bloody hay fever. Although I can't complain because I love the summer. Got to remember that. On to the eyes. So, well, I've just picked up every bronze eyeshadow palette that I can find because I haven't got that Dolce Vita one, which is actually so great. I'm going to start with, this is by Nip and Fab, and it is the eyeshadow palette 01 Sculpted. And I'm just going to start with this kind of like creamy colour as a base. I always, when I'm doing like a eyeshadow look that I want to last all day, I always really layer my eyeshadows. You know me, a lot of the time I just chuck on one eyeshadow in and that's it. Really simple. But for this, I am going to take a bit more time on my eyes. So I'm just buffing that in. like so. So I have found another Charlotte Tilbury palette that I really like. This is a Sophisticate. And this one is all matte. The thing I love about the Dolce Vita one is the shimmer that comes in it. But this is more matte. So I'm going to start with this tone here, the mushroom tone. And I'm just going to take that into the sockets of the eyes. So you see how I'm keeping my eyes open? A real key tip to making sure that you're putting the eyeshadow in the right place for your eye shape. And this is going to get quite smoky, so it's nice to have this contrast in the socket. And if you've got hooded eyes, this is a really great way to apply your eyeshadow so that you make sure that when you open your eyes, you actually see your eyeshadow. I find with hooded eyes, a lot of the time, if you close your eyes and apply your eyeshadow, you open your eyes and can't see the shadow at all. So keep those eyes open. Don't worry about making a mess right now because we've got no base on. Next up, I'm going in with the number 3 here, which is called Smoke. I like this about the Charlotte Tilbury palettes, as it literally says like what order to put them in on the eye, which is really useful. So I'm just going to put this into that outer third of the eye. So pop it like that. See that? And just place it there to start with. We're going to blend it in a minute with a clean brush. Taking a clean fluffy eyeshadow brush, and I'm just going to buff in little circular motions. The edges. The edges. I don't know why I said it like that. Just do the same on the other side. I literally just went like that with my brush, upside down. Oh, an idiot. I'm trying to like focus on the focus of the camera to make sure it's in focus. So I'm going to take the slightly darker colour now, which is the last one, which is called Pop. And I'm just going to take that right on the outer corners to define a little bit more. And just into the socket, like that. We're going to be using liner as well, so that'll bring it all together. Don't forget, apply your eyeshadow with your brush, but always use a clean brush to blend. It's going to really soften those edges. It keeps wanting to focus on my lip light, for goodness sake. Next, I'm actually taking another Charlotte Tilbury product. This is the Rock and Coal liner, and it's just a black eyeliner, but it blends really beautifully. So this is really key, this bit, guys. This is where we're going to add all the smokiness to the eyes. I'm just going to go close so you can see. I'm going to go right along that lash line. Quite a thick line, not worrying too much about precision right now. I'm taking a lip brush and I'm just going to buff that in, creating like a soft smoky liner. I'm going to go over the top of that again to add a bit of depth. I'm just going for a pub lunch today. This is going to be fun, turning up like this. And I'm just going to use that pop colour, that dark colour again, to go over the top of the liner and buff it in even more. Yes, love it. So you can see it's all really soft. So it's not too harsh. I haven't got a harsh eyeliner flick, which would look really nice as well. But this is that kind of like soft, sultry look. I'm now going to take the liner again and just go under that waterline there, which is always a bit tickly and a bit weird. Ooh, because that's going to make my lashes look even more defined. If you're going to like a big event, or you're getting married, or you're going to a wedding or a prom or whatever, it's really important to focus the attention on either your eyes or your lips for photos. You want to add that definition, so little tips like that make such a difference. Then my favourite, the Stila. I finally got another one because I ran out. It's the Rose Gold Retro Shimmer Shadow. I think they're called Magnificent Metals, and I'm going to put a bit of this in the centre of the eyes. It just lifts the entire look. So put a bit in the centre and I'll just use my finger pat it in. add that bit of glamour. Oh, yes. And then the same on the other side. You don't have to do this. If you want to keep it matte, you can. But you know me. Love a bit of glitter. Before I finish the eyes and do underneath and put the mascara on, etc., I'm going to go in with a base now, just so that's all done, and then I just finish off the look with the rest of the eyes. So excitingly, as I said, I'm going to use Benefit's new Hello Happy foundation. How cute is it? It's so great. It's a soft blur foundation. It's like a satiny matte finish. It's not super powdery matte, but it is definitely not dewy. It also is a lightweight coverage, so if you are going to like a wedding, you might want something a bit heavier, but I really love the finish, and you'll see why, because it somehow like blurs the skin and looks beautiful for ages. I recently did a masterclass with the YouTubers Lucy and Lydia, and they were under lights, they were under the heat, and the foundation just stayed put and did not get shiny, and that is why I was like, oh my god, I need to put it into this video because it could be amazing for long wear and for weddings, etc. So I'm just going to apply it like normal with my beauty blender. You don't need much. I'm just going to put a couple of little dots there, and also it's got SPF 15 in it as well, which is great, so you want to make sure you shake it to activate it. So start in the centre, just blend out. You can see straight away, it's just evening out the skin without adding too much weight. Honestly, I don't think I was going to like it because I love a dewy foundation and I love Hello Flawless, but I've really fallen in love with this. And I'm just using the beauty blender to remove any eye makeup that's lower than where my brow ends and the eye ends, because if you have a eyeshadow down here, like below this kind of line here, it can make your eyes look saggy, it's the only word, and droopy. So you want to make sure you just use your beauty blender to almost lift the eyes by lifting that eyeshadow. So that is just, what, 2 or 3 drops of the foundation all over the face. I just think it's really, I think it's really great. I think it's really great. It's the only way to say it. It's really great. I'm going to go back with the Stay Don't Stray under the eyes before I put any eyeshadow underneath. Just to brighten underneath there. Just be careful, you don't want to put concealer on the eyeshadow in this area, so just be a little bit careful. I'm going to add a bit of the Boing Brightening Concealer too, just because I want that really bright under eye. You just need a tiny bit of this. It spreads so amazingly well. See that straight away? Brighter. Now I'm just going to buff those edges a little bit more, not downwards, just outwards with the brush I was using earlier. Then we take the liner again. I'm going to do a little bit in the lower waterline, again just to define. Whatever eyeliner you do with this, I'll take it with you in your handbag, because you do want to be able to top this bit up throughout the day. Back in with that Sophisticate palette, and I'm just taking that Smoke to start with, which was the third one I used, and just do that under the lower lashes to do exactly what it says. Smoke it. Then I always use my fingers just to flick up the end, whether that catch the liner or just be the eyeshadow. I just again think it gives you a really good shape to the eye. Then going in with a darker shade than number 4, the pop, right into that lash line. And of course the product that's going to finish the eyes off is Bad Girl Bing! So your mascara makes such a difference. This is your full-on volumizer. I do not need false lashes when I've got this mascara on. It's just a fact. I mean, look at the difference, guys. No mascara, mascara, and it does look like I've got false lashes on, doesn't it? Amazing. I just love this mascara so much. Just going to take a little bit of a gold highlight. This is actually from the Huda Desert Dust palette. I'm going to take the I can never bloody say it. Nefertiti. That one. into the corners of the eyes. You can use any highlighter just to give a little glow. Again, great in pictures. And then I just need to finish the skin, so I'm taking some Hoola bronzer. I really love these eyes. I just think they're so wearable. It doesn't matter what colour outfit you're wearing, or on your hair colour, like anyone can get away with this type of makeup look. Let's put your Hoola bronzer down the neck. I'm going to use a little bit of the California blusher mixed with the Gold Rush. This is this blush bar palette, by the way. I think there's maybe some still available. It's House of Fraser on Benefit UK online, but it's limited edition. So a little bit on the cheeks. And I'm going to take a bit of that gold eyeshadow again and just use it as a bit of a highlighter because it's got a bit of glitter in it as well, so I really like that. Just adds a little something, you know. And then for the lips, I'm keeping it kind of a nudie colour. This is Pink Berry in Punch Pop by Benefit. It is the lip gloss. I'm really liking it in the moment. It's kind of that berry pink nude. Berry pink nude. You know what I mean? And that is it, guys. That is the look complete. Let me know what you think. Hold on, let me test this camera out and bring it really close. It's the reason I bought it, so that you can see super close the look. They look really good, those eyes, right? It's so nice. Oh my god, my voice is going, so it's a good job this video is finished. So the perfect occasion makeup, basically. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I just love this look. Oh, also, just if you get really, really, really super shiny, I personally don't, and this foundation does not make you shiny at all, but I have been using this. I'm going to put it into my May favourites, which will come next week, and the Fenty Beauty Instant Refresh On The Go Filter Powder. I used it on a shoot recently. It's bloody brilliant. It doesn't add any weight to the makeup. It's basically a blotting powder. Really great one for your handbag, but I will show you that next week in, like I say, in May's favourite in mid-June, but bear with me on that. Right, I am off now to the pub for a pub lunch with this lovely smoky eye, and thank you to everyone that's watched it. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you've liked it. Oh look, it's because I'm moving it now it all starts to blur. Yeah, make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you've liked it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel because there is a video every Sunday at 5 o'clock. But I'll see you all very soon. Mwah. Thanks guys, bye bye bye. See ya.